Hi, y'all. Hello, everybody. How are you? Y'all remember who used to say that? Aside from the Scout Fire, like, what was her name? Julia Childs. Hello. Good morning, gorgeous. How are you? I'm so happy to see you. And trust me, my smile this morning is truly makeup because your sister girl is aim and green. But it's okay though. We're gonna be all right. We gonna be all right. What? We gonna be all right. What? That's what Kendrick Lamar said. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We're gonna be all right. Yes. Okay, so welcome to Thoughtful Thursday. I am your hostess with the mostest, Mama Cougar, aka Kitty Lane, that baby boomer from the peninsula in Virginia. And we are here in the den about to get our minds set for the weekend. Oh, look at me rhyming. Woo! Girl, got it going on. Girl, got it going on. I got to get myself there, y'all. I'm getting myself there. I'm hyping it up. Let's hope I can be hype in the morning when it's time for Flex Friday. Whew. Okay, so we're going to try to handle this in alphabetical order. There will be several alphabets that will be skipped today, only because of the fact that we got a full day in this hour. And I want to spend every possible second with you all. The one thing that I ask you when we do come to the trivia, I would like for everybody to refresh their comments. If it's on your phone, all you have to do, either platform really, all you have to do is back out and come back in. When you back out and come back in, it'll generally bring you back to where we are. So everybody will pretty much be on the same platform. If not, and you want to do it the other way, you can go to your TV, use your remote, and on that bar that goes back and forth at the bottom of the video, you can move it all the way to the end of the video, and that'll bring you right to where you are. If you're using your phone, you can X out at the top of the chats, not the video, but the chats. When you X out of the chat, then hit that live chat bar and come back. Sometimes it'll give you two options where you can just leave a comment or you can go to the live chat. If it's on the leave a comment and it's that square chat box, shift it over. Swipe to the left and it'll bring you to the live bar and then tap that. That way we'll all be in here together. If you want to do it via video on your phone, then just go to your phone, tap the screen. It'll say a time and live. Hit the one that says live. So that's the three ways that we can all come counted together when we're answering the trivia questions. Okay, so we are nesting comfortably at 1,523.6 viewers. That has not changed in a few days. I understand that there was some downtime within the 365-day period. I'm anticipating a flux probably, like a major thrust, maybe in a couple of months, because that's when I really started realizing where I was and how important those hours were. And you all started really diving in and helping me. And I appreciate that. When we do have these sessions, I would appreciate it if you would check the description box out. Sometimes there's nothing. Usually there are what I call my feline, what do I call them? My feline fellows. And those are other channels that I participate in kind of freely. Or they have something going on that you might want to check that I think you might want to check out. Also, I've decided to add my Cashapp and my PayPal because I am starting to send out more packages and I do need a little bit of help with the postage. And that is the purpose for those being there. Also, if you send me Happy Mail, my Happy Mail address is down there in that box as well. So that's what's in our description box. Okay, so breakfast, I am fasting this morning, and I will be eating breakfast when my Meals on Wheels comes. So I'm good there. Am I good? I'm fine. I'm fine. It's by choice. Doesn't even have anything to do with weight. It's more of a emotional and psychological cleansing thing. Okay, coffee. Today I only have 18 ounces of my Folgers black silk. I have 10 ounces, moving down to 10, y'all. 10 ounces, 6 ounces of the Southern Butter Pecan and 4 ounces of the Caramel Macchiato. But it's only 10 ounces of creamer. So I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I also have my trusty 2.5 bottles of water over here. And yeah, that is where I am. Um, my focus for today, one of the names listed under the Feline Fellows is Jackie of Crochet ADHD. Crochet ADHD. Crochet ADHD. Okay. And what she's putting out a call for is, excuse me, a make along called Hands Across Glamerica. And she's asking those who are subscribed to her channel to please send in 2 identical squares. Y'all know me. I can't, I can't send what I already made. I gotta make another one. So this is another Kitty Cat original. And what I have to do is make another one just like it and send these 2 in to her. And that will be done. As I look across my room, I see 2 completed blankets, which you all have seen both of them. And that's the red, white, and blue and the baby blanket. They have both been done. I don't see anything across my little pond, which is my bed. But I do see that yesterday we added 5.5 rounds to the Stitcher Hood chunky blanket. 5.5 rounds, guys. Yes, that was more than 2,200 stitches. So I did manage to get that done yesterday. Right now on my lap, I have the brothers. I call both of these the siblings blankets because they're both the same. And the pattern I call Through the Fire because they made it through the fire. And the brothers is a lot closer done than the sisters. The colorway that I will be adding to his, I showed you the green that I would be adding. But there will also be this teal added. This is going to end it out. This is going to that's going to finish this one off. They're not going to be too much bigger. And I'm also going to be working on the Stitch Odyssey blankets today. I am going to do more of a rotation. My thing yesterday was that I really wanted to get as much done as I could on the Stitcher Hood blanket because it's at the point where it's starting to get heavy. Yeah. And I don't want that on my lap too much longer. Granted, it's cooler today than it was yesterday, like maybe 16 degrees cooler, but it's still kind of warm. And this is all I have left to go on the blanket. Yesterday, I used 4 of these. So I have 6.5 left. I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5 left. So they should be done. That blanket should be done by the weekend. Told you about the siblings blanket. I told you about this one. I don't know if I'm going to work on my robe right now or not. It's not, it's on a priority list, but it's not, it's a D priority. So it's not an A priority. I am going to finish, however, my nephew's blanket. Um, Eventually, I am going to finish the Ghost Brothers blanket. Right now, I'm a little perturbed with that whole situation, but I have to just calm myself down and remember why I was making the blanket. And then I'll go back and I'll finish it. But that whole situation, I don't like being ignored. I don't. And I think when you're doing business, to ignore a person is the absolute worst thing that you can do. You know, if you tell me, hey, we're not going to be able to get to you, I can handle that a lot better than ignoring me. When I already felt brushed off during one conversation back in the beginning, and I stated my position. Okay, here's the deal. This is my story for the day. Yes, I'm very much into the paranormal. Not spookily. I can only go by the things I do feel, see, and hear lately, have heard. Excuse me. So Dalen does what he calls these PTO sessions, where he uses the spirit box. We're not conjuring anything. I don't believe in conjuring things. I'm not calling anybody that's over there to come back on this side. I'm pretty sure it's a lot better over there than it is over here. That I don't do. What some things have happened and I need clarification. So with the PTO session, it's a possibility that could happen. So I requested one a little over 2 years ago. And of course, time went by, nothing happened. And I knew that having thousands and thousands of subscribers, that the list was going to be long. But then after 6 months go by, I check back in and I see, I ask how am I looking on the list? Because I noticed that the facilitator, Dalen, traveled as close as North Carolina. And the section of North Carolina he was in was like not even 2 hours away from me. It's like an hour, 45 minutes. And sometimes in order to get to his PTOs, he'll rent a car and drive hours. It was once he rented a car and drove 6 hours to get to one of his PTOs. And I'm like, I'm less than 2 hours away. So I wrote and I let them know where I was in relation to other well-known places, and even mentioned that like 20 minutes from Virginia Beach, 30 minutes from Williamsburg, 45 minutes from Richmond, and I'm letting them know all of this, that I'm within an hour of all these places. He's talking about coming to Jamestown. So I'm right here. So then she said she needed to know a little more about my case, and I let her know. And I let her know about the people passing. But the one person that I wanted to possibly get clarification from, and the people passing being my grandfather, my grandmother, my son, my father, and my mother, in that order. And the one who has the answers is my mother, the more recent of those who passed. I was told then you can only have a conversation with one person. Okay, fine. But then I started looking at other PTOs that are done, and these people are talking to like half their family. Like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people. And I'm like, wow. And at that point I started to take it a little personal. So I backed off. So day before yesterday, no, before then, this was when he was doing physical PTOs. So then he rented a room, which we call our graveyard shift boom boom room. And They started doing remote PTOs. I'm like, hey, that's even better, because mine is a special situation. My mother wasn't buried. She was cremated. So we can do this face to face. We can Zoom this and we're good. Still nothing. I requested that when it became available, and I didn't even get we have you on the list or we'll put you on the list. So I sent another one out probably a week later that simply said, if you are coming this way, would you please text me before you call because of the unusual amount of spam calls that I get. And sometimes I don't answer the phone if I don't know the number. Then I get a response, for sure, we got you. We got you. That was 8 months ago. So then, day before yesterday, I said, hey, I'm just checking. I just wanted to know if I was still on the list. Nothing. I don't like being ignored. I don't like being ignored at all. I don't. So, back to the focus in the future. What we're working on today is 5, 6, 7, 8 blankets. 7 blankets and 1 square. So trying to keep everything totally doable. Okay, now for my feline fellas, please don't forget to check out Michelle of Yes Michelle Crochets. She just dropped another tutorial for the Cozy Encyclopedia yesterday. And coming up Saturday, she has the stitch circle. And that's going to give us all an opportunity to sit back, relax, and have some crochet time with her. And don't forget one, I did and didn't. Wait a minute. I slept through the challenges yesterday, y'all. I did. And this is what it looks like when I go back and try to write stuff down and I'm sleeping. So I'm going to try to read what I wrote. Okay, Juan's pick for the 5 challenges was a yarn cake cozy. It's basically a yarn bowl. Make a yarn bowl big enough for one of your cakes. And then from the participants, we got flower something. Woo! And a granny square bucket hat using cotton, a corn purse, and to cake up some yarn. I don't know what the flower thing was. I am so sorry. You can always finish the Ghost Brothers blanket and sit on it being finished. I'm going to finish it when I get in a better headspace. One thing about me and the things that I work on, I like to put positive energy into them, which is another reason I have what we call startitis. I will pick up yarn and start something to work out frustration, knowing that it's not going to be anything, because that's and lots of times when I do that, I will break it off and throw it away. All the negative energy is in that, and that needs to be thrown away. When I'm working on something for someone, I don't want to spill any negative energy over into that. I don't care if it's just a donation piece. Excuse me. I've always been like that. I don't like passing on negative energy. Sometimes I'll start something, and when I feel myself calm down, I'll take it all out. You just take it all out and put that whole ball or skein aside for right now. And when I'm ready to put the love and the positive vibes back into it, then I pick it up and do it again. But if it's like a scrap ball, like I'm looking at a ball of brown, that I have the cousin to it I used before for that same purpose. And I did nothing but half double crochets, and it was probably about 2 feet long and like 15 stitches across. And I could have made a whole bunch of those and made a panel blanket, but it was just my means of working out my frustrations. And when I finished, I snapped it, balled it up, and threw it away. Yeah, but like I was saying, as far as the challenge pieces are concerned, you can always go to Juan's page and check out under his community posts. He has all of the challenges listed there. If you're a member of his Facebook page, he will also have those listed there as well. Please don't forget to check out these three ladies, Lori, Lexi, and Camille. They are your Stitcherhood go-to queens. They can tell you everything you need to know about the Stitcherhood blankets. I'm sorry. This past Saturday, I had the pleasure of being a guest on Lori's channel. And we got to talk about all the things. And it was comfortable. Sometimes people can ask you things or get you to talk about things, and it's really not that comfortable. It was a safe space, and it felt really comfortable. And at no point did I get choked up, and I felt really good just being able to talk these things out, answer questions, offer advice. So that was a pleasant experience. And then, of course, Jackie of Crochet HD. Her link is down there in the description box, but it's Crochet plus 80 plus HD. She does have ADHD, and she's an absolutely amazing designer and crocheter. She does Tunisian crochet as well, and she's very good at it. Very good at it. And for all the love and to learn how to make all the critters in the world, please go check out Mama C at Miss C's Cottage, home of the Sun Bunnies. And she's on Sundays and Wednesdays. I think she said she was going to try to pop in on Fridays as well. So, yeah, we're going to catch Mama. And then there is Auntie Seta. Auntie Seta always had something going on, especially what had happened was, I love that. And her ending when she says, and have a blessed day. Oh, it just makes my heart go, ooh. Also, guys, and this is what I mean when I say when I go check out your channels and I get to put a face with the person. Hadisha is absolutely adorable. She is absolutely adorable. She is. And I have so much fun when I go over there. And no matter how many times I tell myself, I'm just going to be quiet and let it ride. That doesn't happen. That does not happen. Michelle! Okay. Working on making Big Mac salad and cupcakes. Okay, cool. Gail, good morning. Good morning. How are you? Of course, it's you. And we know where I am, there you'll be also, Joan. Yes. Because that's what sisters do. Okay, on to our trivia. And if you will, please refresh your chats so that the answers will be coming through pretty much together. Okay, y'all ready? Okay, so y'all, we have 34 minutes and 30 questions. We got this. Okay, which popular soft drink was originally created as a medicine in the 19th century? Which popular soft drink was originally created as a medicine in the 19th century? Yes! Look at her popping in here with answers. What kind of cola, Hadija? You had Pepsi Cola, RC Cola, yeah, all kinds of colas. Which one? I know what you mean. Yes, it's Coca-Cola, y'all. It is Coca-Cola. Oh my goodness. Okay. Which planet shares the exact same name with the chemical element in our Milky Way? Which planet shares the exact name with a chemical element? You're welcome. It's right here, hon. It's right here. Ugh. Yes, it is Mercury. It is Mercury. Ah, yes. Okay, number 3. How many hours are in a week? Ooh, I need to come to your house, Michelle. You just made my mouth start watering. How many hours are in a week? Yes, it's over 100. Okay, there are 168 hours in a week. 168 hours in a week. How many sides does a trapezoid have? How many sides does a trapezoid have? Hmm. A trapezoid has 4 sides. Kind of looks like an elongated uh, rectangle. It's kind of like a triangle, kind of, sort of. And then you have like the rectangle part, but yeah, pretty much. Okay, okay, I understand. Okay, next. What is the name of the dot found above a lowercase I or J? What is that little dot called? That's called a tittle. Yes, ma'am, it sure is. It is called a tittle. Okay. What is it called when animals change location due to the season? Migration is absolutely right. A little fun fact about the tittle: for years they didn't teach it in school because it sounded too much like, yeah. Okay. Which country in our world has the most tornadoes? Which country has the most tornadoes? I know that's right. Which country has the most tornadoes? Hmm. I'm actually going to leave that open and come back to it. Okay. What is the only country where giant pandas live in the wild? What is the only country where giant pandas live in the wild? China is correct. Okay. What country is famous for tulips and windmills? Holland is correct. It is, but they did the other name, which is it's right there, the Netherlands, all of that. I know. And the funny hats. Okay. How many dots are on a pair of dice? And Joan, was your answer Minnesota? 42 on the pair. Yes, ma'am. They'll give me a few, honey. I want to see something. Sis, were you writing Minnesota as an answer? Hello, Nature Nectar. How are you? I know. I know. You are lagging, sis. Yeah, you're lagging. Go up to your screen and tap the actual video. And down in the left corner, it'll have a time and live. Hit the live. And let me know when you've done that. Just say done. Yes, you're still answering questions. So did you do it? Okay. Okay, just for good measure, sis. Tap on the video, and down in the bottom left corner of that video, you see a time and live. Tap directly on live, and it'll take you all the way up to where we are. Okay. Okay, the next question is, what does ZIP in zip code stand for? What does the zip in zip code stand for? Okay, I get that. Okay. Okay, since we're going to wait like a minute, what I want you to do is come completely out of it, the chat, the video, everything, and then go back in. Come completely out of YouTube if you have to, and then go back in, all refreshed. We'll give it a minute or so. You might be right. You might be right. You're here. We see you here. We're just trying to figure out where you are here. Because it's like I'm asking a question and 5 minutes later your answers are coming. Yes, I asked that a little bit ago. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, zip means zone improvement plan. Zone improvement plan. Okay. What is sauerkraut made of? What is the main ingredient in sauerkraut? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I think she's up with us, Hadijah. Okay. Now, what I was asking you, sis, and there was a reason I was asking when I asked, what is your answer for what country has the most tornadoes? Okay, while we're gathering that answer, I got another question for you. Typically, what color are sunsets on Mars? Typically, what color are the sunsets on Mars? No, unfortunately, they're not purple. Not typically. Yes, they are blue, Hadisha. They are blue. Okay. How many ghosts? I will take one of two answers here because I don't like the way the question is worded, but I'm going to ask it and I'll take both answers. How many ghosts chase Pac Man at the start of each game? Four is one of the acceptable answers, and it's the answer they gave. Four, yes. I would have accepted one because only one comes out of the box and begins the chase. And when you get a certain distance around, the next one comes out, and then the next one comes out, and then the next one. So it's always, they generally don't start out together. They come out one by one, which is why I would have accepted either one or four. But you both have four. Yay! Okay, what is the square root of 625? The square root of 625. Okay. I get it. And I felt really, really Steve Urkel-ish, because as soon as I saw it, I was like, but you'd have to know my history to know why that happened. I stayed bored a lot as a child, and I did board things, constructive board things. Like I would copy my times tables. Well, we only had to know 1 through 12. No, I would go all the way to 30. I had to do mine one. I always had to be extra. So I knew as soon as I saw square root of 625 was 25. Okay. According to the Guinness World Book, what is the hottest pepper? I don't eat spicy hot food, so I'd have never guessed it. I love you too, Khadijah. Khadijah. Yes, it is. It's called Pepper X. Okay, what is the scientific term for your voice box? The scientific term for your voice box. I just got through telling you all that last week. Hello, Vivian. How are you? I'm so happy to see you. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It is the larynx. It is the larynx. And if you all remember, I told you all that I have a hiatal hernia, and what's causing it, that little hole that has access or gives the larynx access to the diaphragm. There's a little opening there. And what's happening is my stomach is pushing up through that hole. So it makes it really, really, really hard for me to eat comfortably. I don't care how much or how little I eat. It's very painful. But they can't do this surgery until they get rid of all of this, because um the weight of the pants won't do any good in the hiatal hernia repair if it's still there. Okay, so which of the 7 continents is considered the flattest? The flattest. And I was all wrong when I guessed this one. And Gail, no, it's not Antarctica. And Gail, it was the scientific term, which is larynx. Oh, thank you. Okay, the flattest continent is Australia. I was thinking Africa. I was thinking of all the deserts and the sand, and I don't know, but I was thinking Africa. And then when I saw Australia, I was like, that is that little space over there. Australia is its own continent, its own country. It's its own everything. Yes, it is. Some of the deadliest animals over there. Yeah. Kangaroo to stand up and box you like a man until they get sick of you, and then they mule kick you out of their way. Yeah. What is the only month that cannot have a full moon? You know what? I would say you, and if it had not been proven, I would probably still say you. And February is correct. It's the only month that cannot have a full moon. And just for kicks, if a month has two full moons, what is the second moon called? What is the second full moon called? That's just the. It is called the blue moon. Yes, ma'am. That's your favorite color too. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so how many red stripes are on the American flag? No, it's not the harvest moon. So the harvest moon comes later in the year. That's like September, October. And it's really huge. And it bringeth forth lots of light. It almost looks daytime in the nighttime. How many red stripes are on the American flag? Okay, guys, there are seven red stripes on the American flag. When you think about it, the original 13 colonies are represented. No, it's only 50 stars, sis. It's only 50 stars. They are 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. And I remember because the bunches, if you group them by two columns, then it's 9 times 5 plus the one column of 5. I've crocheted so many of them. And the stars represent the states. I still have issue with that. I still have issue with that because they classify Washington, D.C. as a state, and it is not a state. It's not. It's a district of Columbia, but it's not a state. So, but who am I? I'm just somebody that lives in a teeny weeny little apartment in this teeny weeny city, in this teeny weeny state, in this nice sized country, in this massive continent. So what I say about it means absolutely nothing. Okay, so how many stripes are on the Canadian flag? Got y'all been. You think I ain't know nothing about nothing but the United States. And I kind of will accept two answers there because it's how you look at it. It's not zero. It is two. It's two red stripes. Some people would say it's two red stripes. It's a red stripe on each of the outside and then the white middle. Some people would say that white middle is a stripe as well. It's just wide, but it's two smaller stripes on the outside. And another one just for S and G's. How many points on the Canadian flag does the maple leaf have? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Trust me, it was 101 questions. And no, it's not 9. It's not 9. It's very easy to make that mistake. If you look at the lower portion of the leaf, there's one small point on each side before you get to the stem. You have 3 on each of the larger leaves, giving it 9. And then there are 2 little points at the bottom, but it has 11 points. Okay? Which country's flag has the most stripes? Which country's flag has the most stripes? And it's not Canada and it's not the US. And it's not the UK either. Okay, that country is Malaysia. Malaysia. Okay, what's the opposite of a synonym? What's the opposite of synonym? And something. It's an antonym. Antonym. How many eyes does a bee have? How many eyes does a bee have? Bzz. You know what, Khadijah and John? When I saw that question, I said, too many. They don't need to see nothing. Oh my goodness. Not a bee. Not a bee. Not a bee. A bee has 5 eyes, guys. 5. Which country's flag has the most colors? Oh, Belize has the most colorful flag, guys. Belize. Okay, we're rushing through these last 5 or 6. Do cats have more bones than humans? Yes, they do. Absolutely. They have anywhere from 230 to 250 bones. And I mean, if you think about it, the way they can flip and turn and twist, and yes, they need every single one of them. Every single one of them. I think I donated some of mine to cats because I can't do all the twisting and stuff. But I wanted them to be able to. Yeah. How many countries are in the world? How many countries are there in the world? I'll give you a hint. It's less than 200. It's more than 1:30. And speaking of tails, I'm taking it back to the rear ends. My grandmother, I'm pretty sure y'all are probably sick of hearing me tell you this, but my grandmother was white. And I always tell my kids, I look at my daughters, all of my daughters, almost look like they have BBLs. I mean, they are well endowed in the butt. Okay. However, my grandmother blessed me with hers. So I suffer from a condition called no acetol. My daughter comes to me all the time and she's like, we'll sing the song. We said, I get it from my mama, you know. And when we get to the part about the butt, my daughter look at me and she be like, I get it. I'm sorry, mom. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. The little bit I got serves the purpose it needs to serve. I can sit down. Lori. Yes, I do suffer from that. I do. Thank you, Grandma. Okay, the answer to how many countries are there in the world? It's 195. 195. So, how many countries are there in Africa? What do you mean, lucky me? You must be like, come on now. You know, my mom started complaining as she lost weight when she got older. She's like, "Ooh, I can tell I'm losing padding back there because my bones starting to hurt when I sit down. Y'all, I sit on a mattress. My bones hurt a lot sitting on the mattress. You are very close, Adisha. Yes, it is 50 something. 50 what? How many countries are there in Africa? Okay. I love y'all. Super, 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 super close, Lori. It's actually 54 countries. 54 countries. And the only reason I felt compelled to ask that question is because my nephew challenged me to learn the countries of Africa uh, alphabetically. Um, I came in here and sat down and turned on YouTube and I tried. And I was like, you got that one, nephew. You know, that is quite all right. Three more guys. Three more guys. Which animal is commonly called a whale, but it's actually a dolphin? And yeah, the answer is 54. There's 54 countries in Africa. Which animal is commonly called a whale, but is actually a dolphin? Exactly. Yes, Hadisha. The orca whale. Everybody calls it a whale, but it's a dolphin. All right. Next to last, what are the leather leg coverings worn by cowboys? What are the leather leg coverings worn by cowboys? And that's in any country, Hadisha. Yes, they are chaps, Lori. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Last one, guys. And this one, I don't know if anybody's gonna get it right. I don't know. But if you hear me when I talk tonight, I have two middle names. What is one of them? I have two middle names. What is one of them? No, not Elizabeth. She's talking about your whale answer. Now, I'm from the country where everybody has more than one middle name. Okay. My name in completion is Catherine Teresa Lane Hodges Hollis Hodges Chavez Hodges. Teresa Lane were my names given at birth. I was named directly after my grandmother. So she gave me more than no ass at all. She gave me two middle names. A true country girl. The run of characters. You know what, Gail? I came up, I had a set of cousins that lived across the street from me. And for a long time, they used to always call me Miss Ann. And when I even learned at the age of 5 that my name was Kathy or Catherine, I went to them and told them, I was like, cousin Auntie Sims, cousin Darnell, cousin Darlene, my name is Kathy, not Miss Ann. So then they started calling me Kathy Ann. Yes, they started calling me Kathy Ann. But that's what happens when you're from the country. They give you all of those names. Guys, it has been a blast. It really has. You know that I can't get out of here without telling you these three things. Number one, journal and organizing. Khadijah and Joan, I know y'all didn't think you were going to get away. Journal and organization, at least 30 minutes a day. Okay. I'm here. With number two, can I please get a lime slice and a boiled egg? Yes, organization. If I can do it every day, everybody can do it. Trust me. Open. And if you're going to make me a bee, I gave you a lot of options. You're so welcome, love. Thank you. So I got my lime, I got my eggs. Thank you all very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And don't forget the most important thing of all, always, 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 always love you. I love you. I do. I do. And I want you to love you because self love is the greatest love of all. And you can't love others the way they deserve to be loved unless you first love yourself the way you deserve to be loved. And you deserve the best. Remember, Kitty Lane told you. Remember, Kitty Lane loves you. So until we see each other again on these YouTube streets, peace out, everybody. Have fun, guys.